today I'm going to show you how to mark up a timber to cut out the classic tenon for a post and beam frame. These are the dimensions I'm going to be working off of today. It's a 6x6 rough cut timber, so we're going to be working off of 5.5 by 5.5. It's an 1.5 inch thick tenon, 3.5 inches long, and it'll be 2.5 inches off the face of the timber. Since these logs aren't planed down, the dimensions aren't exact. The first thing you want to do is find the squarest edge to work off of and mark the edge with an arrow on both faces so you know which sides to take measurements from. Now you can take your measurements. The tenon is going to be 3.5 inches, so that's what you want to measure off first. Take a razor blade, put a little indent. Measure it across. Roll the log and do it the same on the other face. This time you don't want to go all the way across, you just want to go a third on each side because that's where the tenon's going to be. So now you're on the fourth side. You have to take your measurement off the right side this time. So I take a chisel and just tear off it a little bit on the razor blade cut, and then I fill it in with pencil so I can see it better. Working off the side with the X, I'm going to measure in at 2.5 inches and make a mark. And then the tenon is 1.5 inches, so the next mark will be at 4 inches. And again, I'm going to do that at the end of the log. Then I'll just continue my lines to those points. Next I'll take a ruler and connect the two dots. So when I cut off, I'll be cutting this off. Again, I'll just go in with the chisel and redefine those lines. And go back in with a pencil to highlight it. You can't really do it for the side edges because you're going with the grain and you'll get tear out. So now I'll just continue the markings around the timber. Now that I'm on the back side of the lumber, it's reverse, and I just have to remember to measure off the arrow side. So as you can see, my arrow's right there, so I'll be measuring off of this face, 2.5 inches. And then 4 inches. And then connecting my line. As you can see with rough sawn lumber, it's pretty hard to see your markings with a razor blade. That's why I go back around and outline everything. The reason I do this isn't just to see the markings better, it's also because it gives you a lip to put your chisel against. It's always good to mark what's coming off. The only thing left to do is mark the end grain. And you can't do that with a razor blade, you have to do it with a pencil. So I just deepen the cut of the razor blade so you can see it on the other face, and then mark it with the pencil. And then once you have all 4 points marked, you just connect them. So there you have it, it's all done. That's how you mark up a tenon. In the next video I'll show you how to cut it. Thanks for watching.